My favorite thing at OSBG is the staff, the my friends, the new friends that I made, and all the things that they taught me about food security and food deserts and what the things that we could do to stop that.
So what have you learned?
I've learned what food security is and how to control it. I learned what a food desert is and how to fix that situation.
How has OSBG impacted you?
OSBG impacted me by teaching me about how to eat well, how to live, and how to grow my own food.
What should be added in the expansion?
I would like to see added in the expansion maybe a livestock, like cows, pigs, things like that. Maybe could bring more money.
What do you expect OSBG to become in the future?
I expect OSBG to become a restaurant in the future. A restaurant, and also you can see the food that is going in your food when you eat it. You can see it being grown right there before your eyes. I think it's going to be a beautiful thing.
What I've learned from OSBG, I learned a lot about food security, food deserts, how race and class can affect how people have access to food and what access they'll have to food, as well as growing compost, vermicompost, which is the process of making dirt, and worm tea, planting lettuce as well as other crops such as sprouts, which is a big money maker in high-end restaurants. Very helpful stuff.
How has OSBG impacted you?
It's really opened my eyes to what the food industry is like, because I had a rough idea of what it was like, but OSBG really opened my eyes to what it was really like. I didn't know that food came from thousands of miles away in another part of the country. I mean, I knew, I just didn't know that such a large amount did.
What is your favorite thing about OSBG?
My favorite thing, I really don't have a favorite thing. I mean, I love everything, even the compost, but if I say one favorite thing, probably the vermicompost. I don't know, it's just fun playing dirt with the worms in your hand. It's weird.
What should be added in the expansion?
More lots.
What should we do with the lots?
I mean, if we can get permits, probably get some livestock, maybe some pigs. Probably, definitely get more space to put crops. Maybe some more banana trees or fig trees. Okra and melatonin, which is a big thing down here in New Orleans. Maybe red beans. Possibilities are endless.
Okay. How has OSBG impacted you?
OSBG, what you mean by that?
Like, how has it changed you?
Oh, OSB changed my eating habits, communication with people, had taught me how to communicate better, and it's better to do teamwork than try to work stuff on your own.
What will you remember about your time at OSBG?
Wow, it's a lot. I probably remember when my friend got stung by a bee, and we went to the plantation out in the parish in Bali.
What is your favorite thing about OSBG?
My favorite thing about OSBG is the plants and the people, because I get to learn with the people, and I got to know new people and learn about different plants, like lemon. I learned about some lemon plants, some spearmint, peppermint plants, and it tastes natural instead of always preservative.
What have you learned from being here?
I have learned how to eat healthier and how to plant your own garden, how you you plant your own food and how planting your own food could be more healthier than store-bought food.
How has OSBG impacted you?
OSBG has impacted me, I guess, positively. I don't know.
How?
I don't know. You said these questions were easy.
They are, no? Okay, we'll do a different one. What will you remember about your time at OSBG?
What I will remember about my time at OSBG is like just the fun times that we had, how we like joked with each other, and I guess how we all like came together in the end. Like some of us like didn't like each other at first, and we all came together. I'll remember like the family time that we had here.
What is your favorite thing about OSBG?
My favorite thing about OSBG is, I guess, like the people. I don't really know.
What have you learned from being here?
I have learned from my time being here, like, that when you, like, hear the word farming, it's not easy at all. Like, what I've learned is that we didn't, like, really need to give, like, a lot of respect to farmers and stuff like that, because it's not easy work at all.
What would make OSBG better?
I think the thing that would make OSBG better would be maybe like they're planning for expansion. I think if they definitely expanded, it would make them a whole lot better.
What should be added in the expansion?
I think what should be added in their expansion, definitely more fruit and the livestock that they're trying to get. That's basically it.
Yeah. Okay. I have learned the importance of incorporating sustainable farming techniques into your everyday life, and just like how significant it is and the urgency of it all, and just like why it's so important for everyone to get involved in their own community and for them to combat the own issues that are facing their own community. Do you want to ask me another question?
What is your favorite thing about OSBG?
My favorite thing about OSBG is probably just everyone who works here, because all the diversity of the people who work here and just everyone's passion and their intelligence just creates a really great environment of learning that everyone can benefit from.
What do you expect OSBG to become in the future?
I expect OSBG to just explode and just grow like beyond imagination. I mean, beyond just those lots over there, and just become like this amazingly huge farm that feeds tons of people and inspires people everywhere.
What will make OSBG better?
What is your favorite thing about OSBG?
My favorite thing of OSBG is the people and the different things to do here.
How has OSBG impacted you?
OSBG has impacted me to think differently about what I throw away.
Okay. What will you remember about your time at OSBG?
I will remember OSBG for all the experience of different things and different people.
Really? What would you make OSBG better? What should be added in the expansion?
The expansion of OSBG in the future, I would hope they have fruit trees and livestock.
What do you expect OSBG to become in the future? Ooh.
I would like OSBG to be, in the future to be more of a movement, like small like it is now.
Inspiring. What have you learned from being here and why?
I've learned to be open-minded about a lot of stuff.
Why?
Because you can learn more if you're open-minded.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we're done.
How has OSBG impacted you?
OSBG impact me by being more careful and aware of what I'm eating, and just being more cautious of what's going around in the world.
What will you remember about
Right.
your time at
Right,
OSBG?
great thing.
I will remember all the people here, all the people that I enjoy working with, like Miracle and you and many others, Turner, and going on field trips to explore much more.
What is your favorite thing about OSBG?
My favorite thing about OSBG is when we go out and we look at other things we're planning on doing, like when we went out of town to go see sugarcane project, stuff like that.
What do you expect OSBG to become in the future?
I expect y'all to be boom, just blow my mind. Who knows? We could be like the next Walmart around here. Who knows what could happen?
What have you learned from being here?
I learned that it's not, not everything that they say about food and like what they saying about what you ought to buy is true. That, you really have to look back and you gotta make sure what you're eating is right. You could.
How has OSBG impacted you?
OSBG has impacted me by making me eat healthier. I'm buying more produce now, cooking more food myself instead of buying it processed. And I also realized how much I want an indoor job.
What will you remember about your time at OSBG?
What I'm going to remember about my time at OSBG is the hard work, the many hours spent out in the sun feeling like I was working for little to no pay. Kind of, I guess, feeling like slaves felt like, and wishing to God I could go inside.
What's your favorite thing about OSBG?
My favorite thing is just the experience of working with growing food, because I had never really grown food before. So that was a positive experience. It was kind of cool to know how to make something like that.
What have you learned from being here?
Like I said, what I've learned from being here is working inside is great. And I've learned how to grow food and how good naturally grown food can be.
What should be added when OSBG expands?
I think OSBG should probably add a greater variety of different foods besides the ones they already have, like maybe more melons or bananas. We already have banana trees, but it would be nice to have more. Obviously, for example, sugar cane, which is in the plantation that we looked at. Just more stuff to sell.
Okay.
The OSBG has impacted me greatly because it teaches me how to farm and the process that things go through to get to their certain stages and the business that they run here to keep everything up and going.
What's your favorite thing about OSBG?
Farming with new people.
My favorite thing is?
Oh, my favorite thing is farming with new people every 2 weeks or every day. It depends on who's coming.
What do you expect OSBG to become in the future?
I expect OSBG to become a very big farm that has expanded throughout this neighborhood so that it, the New Orleans in the lower Ninth Ward area can obtain food security.
Alright, what should be added in the expansion?
Livestock, meat, some type of meat, fish. Also, more farming areas, more chickens, things like that.
Okay, good.